TikToks about me. Typically when I start a live, they're always like a gardening sesh, just kind of chilling and vibing. So if you're watching the live replay, hi, I'm over here getting ready to go into the gym. I need to go shower, and then I'm going to see my partner, my man that's not my man. That's what we call him, my man that's not my man. But I'm going to start using YouTube as a digital like diary, but not about like all the like messy life. Like, you know what I mean? Like the messy life is probably on TikTok. However, there's like a certain level of like businesswoman, you know, growth and maturity documenting I want to do that I feel like I can do slower on YouTube. YouTube is not as like fast paced as my other page, but I want to use it still with a more consistent daily uploading, multiple time a day, going live kind of thing to build up my algorithm over here. And kind of like start making a community and bridging a gap of community of some of the people that are on my TikTok when they eventually realize how much I'm going to be pulling back on certain content that comes there. And they're like, yeah, I haven't seen them. And be like, oh, girl, I've been on YouTube. Then they can come over here and binge. You know what I mean? Like, there's just, you got to spread. There's so many people in the world. You got to spread out. I got to spread out. I'm too much for a couple people to love. I need millions of people to love me. I know it sounds crazy, but I've gone years not wanting to be seen and not wanting to be heard, right? But then it's like something clicked in the last couple years or months really even that I'm like, yeah, I want to be seen by millions. I need millions. I want millions right now. You know what I mean? Like millions of followers, millions of people, millions of you know, like views and all of that. And I've reached millions of views. I have officially gotten into where like in a week, my algorithm thinks there's enough people to send me out to. And I'm like on TikTok getting like 1 million of views here. I have a video that's like 4 point something million. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing something. I'm getting somewhere, you know? But then there's like this other side of like, there's a whole nother world. Oh, I'm here. I look messy. I'm ugly as hell right now. I'm just gardening, but I'm here. I am on the other side of the camera. I'll come on the frame in a second. I'm just trying to, you know, I don't want to have to. What? I look crazy. I look absolutely hit. But thank you. Y'all can hype me up. I mean, you don't see my face all the time over here. So if y'all ain't, you know, you want to hype me up. Because I need to go in here and get cute. And then I got to go see this person that I like to, you know, play on from time to time. And it's crazy because, like, my problem, y'all, can we be in my business? I'm going to put y'all in my business because I get guys over here and whatnot. And I need more male energy. I'm not going to lie. I need male energy. I'm a girl's girl and my TikTok is so girly, but these bitches don't want to make no money. They don't want to make no money. Like, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why y'all scared of money? Oh, thank you. Please hype me up to go to the gym too. I'm actually excited. I might be getting a pass for a couple months so I can work out. I just had a baby not too long ago. My baby missing right now, but I don't feel like talking about that. That's all along my TikTok. But my focus, I have to stay busy and I need to make some money. And the problem is my TikTok girls that are like focus on the missing baby. We're locked in court and all that shit. Like I get to break down my case and all this over there. Those girls don't want to make no money, bro. Like what is up with these? Y'all not lying. The men aren't lying. I'm keeping this video up so they gonna see I was over here talking shit and I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. These bitches don't want to work. Y'all not lying when y'all say they don't want to work. You're not lying at all. Because it can't get no easier for women to make money. It cannot get any easier. The world cannot make it any easier for women to make money. And the reason being is because men have made it easier. Men have made it easier to make money in this era, especially with the internet. Like the digital currency that we can create on these apps, where now it's not even a popularity contest anymore. Anybody saying it's a popularity contest, they don't get out enough on these YouTube streets. You know what I mean? Like, YouTube will tell you there's people out here making thousands of dollars. And I know, like, one guy, he does like that armor, you know what I'm talking about, like the chain link, like armor type of shit. Like, there's people that make all kinds of niche content on the internet, and there's so many different ways to get income and whatnot. I don't understand nothing that says, baby. To get this income, it's all over. It's all over. It's so easy. Like, the penny now costs more to create than the penny is even worth. But people will act like there's no money online, right? So these women that I have surrounded myself, and not like surrounded myself with like, oh my God, I'm at work with them and they're all like my best friends, etc. No, I'm talking about my page has kind of surrounded me with the people that take me in, that soak me in, right? I love them. Don't get me wrong. They be there when, I'm dealing with these custody issues that is like, it's stressful. And it's, unless you've experienced, fighting for yourself in court, you could never even begin to understand or relate, right, to what this even feels like. And then add in the added factor of a kid, and this is your child, and people are playing games and being very what's the words, I'm choosing my words because this is YouTube, I'm choosing my words, very up in the courthouse. And there's like a level to myself of my personality. I'm really, really smart. Like, I'm not even saying that like to be funny. A lot of the time people will look at certain decisions I'll make in my life. For instance, like, I live in my car again, and they're like, why would you live in your car if you're fighting for custody for your kid back? Why aren't you showing them you can get a house? Why aren't you showing them you can get a job? Why aren't you? And I'm like, who said I ever had to show anybody that? Whoever said that was even a question? The only reason I lost custody of my child is because I didn't want my child to be left with unfettered access by an abuser. Somebody who is shown now, finally, oh my God, they didn't want to pay attention to what I went through before they met him. Now he's shown it to them, and we're sitting here 300 days later, and they don't know where the fuck my kid is. But again, we're focused on making money. Why the fuck would I have to rush to go show somebody I can get an apartment to pay rent, go get a job? But like, that's the bare minimum as being a human being. I'm showing I could do something completely different, like fight back in court, be readily available, make a sacrifice, such as I will stay in my car in this state until you find my child before I move into a house in this state to give you jurisdiction that I'm arguing you shouldn't even have. Like, I'm really, really smart, and I'm very humble. But at the same time, I'm very confident enough to say I'm really, really smart. So when I'm in these situations, like I said, like my TikTok following, for instance, I love being a girl's girl, and I love being somebody that other girls see as strong and see as confident and see as like a fighter, and not just for myself, but for other people, that they're comfortable coming behind, like they're comfortable coming behind. But then when it's time to like stand aside and move forward and like make some money and push forward, they don't. And that is something that just kind of bothers me. Even if it's like you do it in your own sense, your own right, they won't even do it. However, the best thing is I don't sell a woman-only product. Actually, most of my following is men when it comes to work. Like, when it comes to my products, when it's ever come to graphic design services, men. Working on ClickUp Spaces, men. Business strategizing, men. What else? Like, I have way more men when it comes to that than women, because I think, women are constantly thinking of all the things they have to do every single day, right? This all makes sense in a second. They are always thinking about everything they have to do in a day, right? And then you'll ask a woman, well, where do you keep track of all that? And they're like, what? What do you mean? Like, my head. Like, what? I just know what I got to do, right? And then so you're like, okay, so what if I gave you a tool to get it all out of your head, right? And then you are just adding to that, and it grows, but it's also a way to communicate with like your whole family and this and a third. They stopped listening. It was a solution. It was a solution. It was a solution and they stopped listening. But when I'm like live streaming my own shit and what I'm doing, sometimes they sit and they stick around. That's one thing. But then they don't engage either. Okay, so but like YouTube is different and all that. So I'm trying to like, I'm getting this balance. I'm figuring my shit out right now when it comes to where am I putting all my content, what kind of content's going where, what does well where, what can I repurpose here, and how can I schedule it all so that I'm working one whole day to film and live stream, and then one whole day to edit, and then one day to just push it all out, and then I'm off the internet for 4 days. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to build my own like routine, because if I go on to my TikTok live one more time, one more time. If I go on my TikTok live one more time and I talk to somebody that I like here, I don't know who any of you are whatsoever. Complete strangers. We are complete strangers. I like that. I love that for me. So I could just sit here and talk, and I can upload stuff and leave this as a diary of like, I just came and just yelled and talked to some strangers for hours. And whoever decides they don't want to be strangers no more decides they don't, but you're strangers. Over there, if I go on and I talk to these women that I've been talking to for months that want to sit there and listen to all kinds of details about what I'm doing with court, if I took a shit, like, etc., etc., and I say, hey, y'all want to make some money, and they swipe off, I swear to God. Like, what is wrong with you? You know? Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? How are you? I'm sorry. How can you afford? They're all like, I've spent thousands of dollars on an attorney, and I'm just not getting anywhere. And I'm thinking to myself, well, how is you affording these thousands of dollars on an attorney? Like, what you do for your 9 to 5 then? Because you don't even be needing more money. Like, in this economy, I thought we all needed money. That's what I thought. I thought we all needed money. But anyway, I'm going to scoot y'all back over. I thought this economy was broke. I thought this economy was crashing. I thought that we were all looking for different streams of income because minimum wage was $7.25. That's what I thought. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging.